You know about Hungarian food, you know about paprika. Paprika is the country's national spice, and I'd conservatively say you can find it in at least half of all savory Hungarian dishes. You'll find paprika at basically every tourist gift shop in Budapest, and it's maybe the only Hungarian labeled food that you can find in the average American supermarket. Hungarian paprika has a lot of varieties: hot, sweet, even smoked like Spanish paprika, but that one's a little more modern. The main hubs of paprika production are in Kalocha and Szeged, in the warm, surprisingly sunny southern part of Hungary. And there's a grading scale as well, based on the color and the strength of it, from különleges, or special quantity, which is mild and brightly colored, to erős, which is more light brown or orange and the strongest. Usually in the US, what you'll purchase as sweet paprika is édes nemes, or noble sweet. But paprika, like all peppers, is a New World food, and it didn't make its way to Europe from the Americas until just a few hundred years ago. In fact, it arrived to Hungary via the Ottoman Empire. For the first couple hundred years after it was introduced, it was purely ornamental, basically home decor for the rich, and you can still find hanging bundles of peppers all across Hungary today. One interesting reason paprika became so popular was as the consequence of a terrible flood that struck Szeged after 1879. Food historian Anita Molnar writes that Emperor Franz Josef came to Szeged and promised that he would rebuild it better than before. He returned 4 years later and was taken to a paprika mill that impressed him tremendously. Hungary was newly connected by rail, and paprika quickly spread across the country. The advertiser János Kotanyi contributed to its international popularity by branding paprika as explicitly Hungarian to sell the spice to nostalgic Magyar expatriates in New York City, contributing to a lot of its growth in North American cooking. Paprika imports to America from Hungary then exploded across the 1930s. Even the Hungarian biochemist who won a Nobel Prize for his discovery of vitamin C, Albert Szent-Györgyi from the University of Szeged, actually used paprika in his experiments. The pepper is extremely high in vitamin C. So I've heard some people say that paprika doesn't have a lot of flavor and mostly just makes stuff red, but I think that really depends on the variety that you're using and how fresh it is too. Paprika doesn't have as long a shelf life as people think, so remember that the next time that you fly home with a little souvenir baggie. But even if it does mostly make your food red, what's wrong with that? I like red. Who doesn't like red? Red is delicious.